Hello everyone, and welcome to the Onward VR Master League. I am your host Nomad, and I'm here today to bring you this match between the Gladiators and Imperial, two teams from the EU division, relatively new to Onward in the VRML. Gladiators have played in Season 12, Imperial late in Season 12, really just starting to shine right now in Season 13. Here in Season 13, week number 1. We're just waiting on one more member of Gladiators to join the lobby, and we should be good to go then. But first, we need to discuss the bans and map pick, as of course, each team has a choice of one map to ban, and Gladiators being the home team will get a chance to pick map number 1. So, the bans for tonight. On the Gladiators side, they have chosen to ban Cargo. Meanwhile, Imperial has chosen to ban Downfall. We now have basically the smallest map and the largest map banned from tonight's matchup. And that leaves us with map number 1. Well, map number 1 is going to be Snow Peak. So we're still going to have kind of a combination of long range and short range. As Snow Peak is a large map, but it does have two objectives that are relatively close. There's one, it's a kill box, essentially the garage of death sometimes, or the box of death. Lots of close range fighting, and there's also the tunnel objective, just one big tube, lots of in-course fighting. From what I can see, briefly going over the bans. The Cargo ban on behalf of Gladiators. From what I can see, they've played it 3 times last in their all-time history. They won it twice with the round win percentage of 63%. So, Imperial being a new team, there's not much data on them. Although some members of the team have played on other teams in the past. From what I can guess, they probably figured Imperial is a close range team. They like to rush maybe. And so that could very well be the reasoning behind their ban. Now, Imperial, they banned Downfall. And from what I can see, I guess maybe they're just not a big fan of the long range stuff. Stats doesn't really show either team excelling on Downfall. But I mean, Downfall is just one of those maps where it's just tough to play if you're new, because there's so many different nuances in that map, terrain features, all sorts of callouts you gotta memorize. Not necessarily the map choice of new teams. I can see we should be underway shortly. In the meantime, do me a favor, get yourself a drink, grab some snacks, sit back and relax, because this is gonna be a fun one to watch. As we wait for the teams to come up with their strats and start their plans, let's get to know the roster for tonight. So, starting with the Gladiators, we have Ipino, Peterillman, Gaddix, Marco DeMarco 39, and Bobby V 2.0. Over on the Imperial side, we have not Mikey, Snap 2900, Section 1, Phantom Operator, and Sigmeyer. And our first objective is actually going to be the kill box objective, or garage, or box of death. Whatever name you have for it, this is what we got. And here, your captain points are basically just any corner where there's crates. And with the sound of those beeps, round number 1 is underway.
Where's the birthday going? Where they're going? Where they're going? Happy birthday to Phantom, happy birthday to Phantom, happy birthday to you.
Okay.
I'm watching this one.
What a way to start your round. Saying happy birthday to your teammates from the caster. Looks like we're gonna have a 3-2 split coming from Gladiators. Ipino and Petrilman. I believe that's how it's pronounced, not Petrolman.
Okay, mi allargo.
Setting up at the YouTube. Meanwhile, Bobby 2.0 looking for a flanker. The fence is pretty condensed. Nearly all of them are within visual sightline of the objective. Gedex and Marco again slowly moving up. This is pretty typical of a EU team. They like to play it slow, methodical. Take your time. You have 6 minutes for each round. You have plenty of time to make a move.
Ok, ne sento due da dentro. Uno sono sicuro che è a destra, nell'angolo a destra.
Be knowing that the Gladiators are an Italian team. Unfortunately, I do not speak Italian, so I am not much of a translator for you guys. But I imagine he's calling that he heard voices within the room. Looks like not Mikey. I mean, playing based off audio cues. But he's looking the wrong way. Does have C4 on him. Hasn't not deployed it yet.
Vai Petris.
Smoke's coming in. M203 frag grenade. Will not find anybody. As Mikey moves in for the flank, might just get Gadex. As Marco pushes in. Marco will down his teammate, but get Sigmar as Snap will get the double. Section 1 does take down Petrol. And Bobby. And amongst all that chaos, it's now down to Ipino as the revive comes out.
I killed 2.
Mikey getting aggressive, pushing up. Looking for that extra kill. C4 goes off. Does not find Ipino. 2:15 left. Still time for him to make a play. See, this defense is getting antsy. They know there's one left. Now just hunting for kills, which can be dangerous. As... What? Mikey stabs his teammate. I guess that's kind of serves him right for hunting. I wonder if he went to go for a syringe maybe and grabbed the knife, does not have required input on the knife, and may have stabbed his own teammate? Hard to say. But it's now a 1v4. We got 55 seconds left. Sooner or later, Pino's gonna have to make a rush. He is not gonna be able to get to the objective in time at this pace. Still has to get to the YouTube. 30 seconds. 30-second buzzer is gonna be popping up right shortly. You're gonna see him just sprint. There's the buzzer. And there's a sprint. Exchange of free fire. Flashbang will find a Pino, I believe. But Pino does find Sigmar and Mikey. Only 2 left. Flashbang finds a Pino. And Phantom Operator will get the kill.
Ooh.
And Imperial will
Guess he
get
got splashed.
the first round. Quite a bit of action there. Not quite able to keep up with that first little bit, which is kind of typical of the... What you saw there was kind of typical of the EU. You know, playing it slow, taking their time, and then just charge in all at once. That's what you want to see. Unfortunately, the attack didn't quite go according to plan. Did see a team kill. Smokes were kind of obscuring certain enemies from, again, enabling them to shoot at them. It just didn't quite work out the way they should. Typically with this objective, you want to attack at all 4 doorways, at all 4 entrances at the exact same time. Here they were attacking from basically just 2 different entrances. Made it easier for the defense to halt the attack. But that's all right. Pino darn near clutched it. He had 2 more enemies. Just a well-placed flash grenade was really what ended it right there. But looks like round number 2.
Ok.
Let's begin.
Io rimango nel tunnel nord.
Marco, di qua.
Di qua andiamo. Ah.
Like the south spawn for Imperial and a 2-1-2 split. And looks like a little more spread out defense. Not a lot spread out, but just a little bit. Marco sitting in the main tunnel. Might be the first to find contact with Stamp and Section 1. Sigmar is in YouTube. Well, Mikey using the drone.
North Horseshoe exit looks clear so far as I can see.
Figure out where this drone is. And Marco, there's a crack between these 2 crates that Marco's looking through, trying to ID anyone who come acrosses the north side of this tunnel. Looks like Stamp in Section 1 crosses field of view into YouTube.
It's clear, give me a minute.
There's the drone. And there it goes. Marco down stamp, gets the confirm, make things at 5v4 with 3:30 left on the clock. Flashbang, it's gonna find Marco. He's gonna throw a flashbang in return. That will not find Sigmire. And with that pick, the tunnels are now clear.
-1, echo 4.
Section 1 getting pretty close to the objective as the rest of the teammates move around to the north side of the map. Again, looking to do this 2-point entry, try and pinch. A bit of pre-fire. Not gonna find anybody. As Gaddix finds section 1. Gonna make things a 4v3 in favor of the defense.
Due da nord almeno.
And Sig leaves his gun behind. No, he's got someone else's gun. Sigmar will find Bobby, but we'll get refragged by Gaddix. Phantom will find Ipino. Make things a 2v2. Mikey making his approach now, throwing smoke. 110 left on the clock. Phantom finding Petroman. It's all down to Gaddix, who gets the refrag. Now a 1v1. And Gaddix with a 3-piece will give Gladiators their first round win. Well done on the defense. Getting that pick outside of the objective room and just capitalizing on the attackers attacking only from 2 different locations. Like I said, you want to attack from 4 different locations on that particular objective, as you just maximize the number of players who can get inside in one period of time and create the most amount of chaos. Make it more difficult for the defenders to do their job. But that was 2 rounds over and done with. We now have a new objective. We have the Triangle of Death objective. Oh, here. Just able to say some. Round number 3 is about to begin.
Yep. Welcome. Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you.
Exchange of utility amongst those players. looks like we have the quick spawn for the gladiators.
Anch'io, Ipino. Seguo anch'io.
The only part of that I knew of was that it was Petrolman reading off the code. Everything else, not a clue. Pretty standard defense. 3 people on objective. 1 person over at garage. Phantom is to the south.
North hangar area.
Takes down the
Drone down.
drone. That will give away his position, but it's only the sound of gunfire that will give it away.
Attenti dal bunker al centro.
Quite possible that the drone would have given away the spawn for Imperial.
Sì, il pino è crashato, il pino è crashato.
All 5 members just hanging back. They're expecting an aggressive push coming from Imperial, but it's not going to happen. And might have a DC.
Che faccio? Li butto una flash?
Phantom operator getting a little peeky, getting a little antsy, knows that someone's gonna be coming from the south. Wait for him to just crest the hill, and then he can shoot him in the head. These smokes coming in.
There west smoke on me.
As we see our first shots fired at one another, no shots will land, no one goes down. Flashbang's coming out. That one would have got Phantom. As Marco will find the headshot onto Phantom. It's gonna be a 5v4, but with appears looks like Apino's gonna be out of it, so it could very well just be a 4v4. The Mikey rotating back away from garage over to support the south that has opened after Phantom's death. A little bit of fire onto Marco. No shots will land.
Lungo, lungo.
Shots onto a C4. Keeping it from being detonated. Good eye.
Lo vedi? No.
Gadex really risking it in the crossfire between Digmeyer, who does trade with Gadex, and possibly not Mikey. Bobby laying down fire. Will be pre-firing the shack where Stamp it currently is. That's a dangerous position to be in. The shack is not bulletproof. There's a few barrels in there that are bulletproof. They can be used cover, but if you don't know where the pre-fire is going to be coming from, it can be hazardous. Petroman tries to get Mikey, but instead Mikey downs Petroman. Bobby will get that refrag and the revive. Gonna make things a 3v2 in favor of the Gladiators.
No smoke. No smoke. No smoke.
Oh, stamp from the shack. We'll find Petraman. Section 1 will be taken out by Marco. Only down though. Give me a 2v2 as Apino does drop from the lobby, but doesn't matter because Bobby with his trusty Mark 17 will get the final kill and give Gladiators their second point. $50 left on the clock when that round ended. And this shows that you can play slowly on a quick spawn. Although more often than not, teams that do get the quick spawn tend to act on it and move a lot faster pace and more aggressively to try and capitalize on the short distance that they have between them and the objective. But sometimes the slow approach is often the best approach. Because that's the beginners. Now, let's see how Imperial does when they attack this objective. We saw a semi-condensed defense, a very meta defense. 3 on objective and 2 kind of spaced out as an early warning or early fraggers. Let's see how Gladiators defend it. They're going to defend the same way, or are they going to be more spread out? You don't have to be very condensed on this objective as there's only 3 ways in. But as I say that, round number 4 begins with a round reset. Looks like Pino. Ah, I see. There's an auto start in this game. After about 90 seconds, if no one hits start game, the round will start automatically. Looks like that happened. No one was able to cancel it in time, as Pino has yet to come back into the lobby. We might see a timeout. But we'll see. Trying to reach out to the Gladiators and see if everything's okay. Need a timeout or nothing. Hopefully Ipino rejoins the lobby shortly. Now would be a good time to mention our sponsors. The organizations that have been ever so supportive of the VRML. Without them, we would not have the prize pools that we have at the end of every season for our championships. Last season was $14,000 US in cash and prizes. So if you want to make a little money and have fun playing Onward, well, the VRML is the way to go. Looks like we're about to have a timeout. So, we'll go to an intermission. It'll only be a few minutes. In the meantime, like I said, grab yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, sit back and relax, because more Onward action will be underway shortly. Alrighty, guys. Sorry for the delay. We had to take a pause for the cause, but Ipino is back. And round number 4 is about to begin. Or not. Oh, I see. Not sure if you guys caught it or not, but amongst the group of 5 players, only 4 of them were Volk. One was actually a Marsoc player. Now, that's a bit of a hiccup within this game that can happen, and it looks like the rules were followed. When you see this happen, when players on teams spawn at 2 different locations, a round reset must be made. This is to make things fair and equal for everyone. So, good work on the Gladiators for following the rules. Imagine we'll be resuming shortly. As I say that, the countdown begins. Let's see here. Yeah,
Sei bello.
they're all speaking Italian, so yep, that's all 5 players right there that need to be there.
Right. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Zero, why didn't you change?
Oh, this is a winner's code.
Looks like we got the North Hangar spawn for Imperial.
Yeah. We had a nice code last time.
No, reset for a better code and then do a 15-minute timeout. Yeah, fuck.
They'll be ready to have someone pushed up into Periscope.
Looks like Mikey again, the drone operator, pushing up pretty far. Typically, if you're gonna be running the drone, you want to be hanging back a bit. Don't want to be in the line of fire. Your drone will be more useful to you than your gun sometimes. Although the opposite can be true, as the drone is now deployed. And looks like we have, it's slightly more spread up the fence. Instead of having 3 people on objective, we got 2. We got 3 kind of pushed out with Bobby in YouTube, waiting for someone to push in. Might run into Stamp. Meanwhile, Ipino, the player that had the drop, we're in garage. Gaddix, kind of watching the southwest approach. Looks like Bobby's prepared. Might find Phantom Operator and Sigmire. As the 2 of them will trade. The other one can be revived. It's going to be a 4v4. And I imagine Imperial will be the only ones that have an accurate kill count from this. I don't think Gladiators will make the assumption that a trade occurred. So they'll probably think it's a 4v5. Sigmar's gonna be looting the bodies of the dead. I believe that is against the Geneva Convention. As Marco De Marco,
C'è un drone che veniva da sud, ragazzi, quindi stanno a sud.
I believe, shot down the drone. Yep. Mikey is going to be on the move now, so yes, the drone has been eliminated. Sigmar slowly closing in onto the objective. We'll have to contend with Petrolman. as Pino will trade with Stamp. Gonna make things a 3v3. We may just see a series of trades going on this entire round. We begin to see that three remaining members of Imperial start to close in. Looks like they're going to be attacking from the north and the southwest. One minute, 40 seconds left. Still time to make this push. As Mikey gets spotted by Gedex and the two will trade. Mikey able to be revived though. So we got a potential 3v2 in favor of Imperial. All that fire gave Sigmar enough coverage to move in a bit more stealthily. As Sigmar does find Petromin. Only down, has to confirm the kill as the revive does come out. There's the confirm. It's now down to Marco, and with the pre-fire from Sigmar, Imperial's gonna tie things up 2-2. Well, that's almost a standard way of ending that particular objective. It's usually someone within the shack, and you're always gonna have pre-fire in the shack. So, and it's always nice to have that as the final kill. You pre-fire the shack, and also, oh, we won. Looks like now we have the helicopter objective. It's South Twin Hangars. This one, there's not really not much for capping points. Either going to be on between the helicopter and the objective, or you're going to be going to go up against this Hesco. There's really no sneaky spots to be in, so smokes and suppressive fire is kind of your friend. You want to try and get this cap out. Hearing the paper go off a few times here. Looks like, sounds like a false start. All right, here we go. Round number 5.
Okay, boys, let's IV spawn. Stay tucked in. Poke and prod. Discipline.
And it looks like it's gonna be the quick spawn for the Gladiators.
Petri, puoi prendere pure una posizione qua esattamente di fronte al nostro spawn. Sì.
Another 3-2 split going on.
Copertura, drone fuori.
It looks like Bobby's gonna be using the drone as well. I believe this is the first time the Gladiators have used a drone on this map. Phantom operator holding a long angle.
Drone.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. They did use the drone in the last MARSOC round. My apologies. Mikey gonna find Gaddix on top of the hill with a headshot. Marco's gonna have some second thoughts on this approach. If Bobby's going to be continuing to use that drone to try and spot out where Mikey was.
Sulla torre, no,
Looks like Ipino is at the pillbox, or bunker as it's sometimes called.
Ricordate che le torri sono shootable, eh?
Take a look at the defense. This is a well-positioned defense for this attack. You got Mikey and Phantom Operator covering the southeast. You've got two members close to objective and one near Sniper Tower who can take down Ipino as the drone gets taken down by Section 1. And it looks like Ipino is on the move.
Sì, di fronte è di fronte ai 2 barili di gasolio, sì, corretto, Petril. Qua da...
3:20 left on the clock. Still time to make a move, but Ipino's teammates are gonna have to do something. Petrolman opting to go around the other side of the canyon. Bobby and Marco have to do something if they want to support Ipino.
Copre un cazzo. Preso, headshot.
Something like that.
Qua a destra,
A headshot by Bobby will be just what they need. Now they have to contend with Phantom Operator. And it looks like Bobby's going to take care of that as well, but gets shot in the process with that trade. Gonna make things a 3v3. Ipino has been just slowly moving across, trying to be as stealthy as possible, allowing his teammates to draw all the attention as he sneaks in and caps. As DeMarco and Petrolman have made some pretty good progress. Again, to close in on the objective. As you can see, they're all within the boundaries of the compound. Sigmar will be the first one to find contact. Oh, Sig spotted him. Or did he? Oh! Ipino snuck right past Sigmar. Is tablet out? Can Ipino cap this? Can Ipino end the map right now? No, Sigmar with the right flank, the right rotation to make. Takes down Ipino, denying that cap. As Sig will also find Marco. Petrolman's the last one up. The res will be pretty risky. There's... As he tries to run the open, Sig, with his third kill of the round, is going to give Imperial their third point. They are 1 point away from winning map number 1, Gladiators map pick. And we're seeing this, it's pretty typical of EU, as I said, this long, drawn-out rounds There was 42 seconds left on the clock when that round ended. Now, it's not a bad thing to do, especially if you're up against a team that's aggressive. You just hold back, you take your time and slowly move in, as you're going to be playing against the other team's methods. As the more aggressive teams, they more often than not lack the patience to hold an angle. They expect instant action. So if you can just hold back until, let's say, the final minute, you then start to build those tension within the defense, and they start getting antsy, they start peeking, they start making these rotations, and that's when you start to see these picks come in. Looks like round number 6 is about to begin. Looks like a mirror spawn. Let's see how Imperial plays the quick spawn. Another 3-2 split.
Don't jinx it. We lose. I mean, that works too. I don't trust this. Yeah, you block.
Fuck.
Just hold back and wait for Mikey to get into position.
Why is Mikey taking so long? Is he there yet?
And again, another well-placed defense to counter our current attack. 2 players watching the southeast. Got 2 players looking to the north. He's got 1 right on objective. Pino taking a uncommon position. Don't see too many people take this iceberg. Normally they're up on higher ground at the Hescos. And Mikey going for a long northern flank. Still has that drone on him.
So section, he's behind one of the big ice
Section
mountains.
1 and Phantom over at the pillbox. As they engage with Ipino, Gaddix finding Mikey in the far north. And get rid of that approach.
North.
He's speaking, I'm amped, yeah. He's speaking, but I don't have a good shot.
Southwest side of it.
Follow-up's being made of Ipino's position. And just what we're seeing from Ipino here is just, it's good enough. You don't actually have to kill them. Just having them know you are there, and you can peek at any time and just keep their heads down, forcing them to waste time. That's just as good as getting a kill. Because if you're on defense, winning by elimination or winning by timeout still equates to 1 point. Just that the timeout tends to be the longer, more boring approach of getting the win, of course. Sigmar getting awfully close to Bobby. With Stamp hanging back in support. Here comes a slow peek from Bobby. And the headshot will come out. It's going to be a 5v3 in favor of Gladiators.
We're gonna have to push us free. Let's start
Wait,
making
wait,
some
wait,
moves.
wait. He's starting to peek long. Give me a second. Maybe I'll catch him on his next peek. Come on. Come on.
Oh,
Oh, he's peeking the other side.
the
Speaking
conversations
the
you
right side.
have with yourself. Come on, poke your head out. And Ipino finally goes down by Phantom Operator. That's the first kill for Imperial, making this a 4v5. 4v3, sorry. Looks like Stamp gonna try and challenge Bobby in the same location as Sigmar was. Flashbang comes out. A blind Stamp.
Dietro la collina di fronte a me, Marco.
And a good push out by Stamp will find Bobby. And a quick retreat will keep him from getting shot by Marco. And a trade will occur. Stamp trying to toss a smoke. In the panic, does manage to get the gun out and trade. Gonna make things a 2.5v2. Don't think the revive is gonna come out. No. Gadex and Petrolman are just too far away, and it's too late in the round to be risking that revive. Gonna be a 2v2. Petrolman does spot out Phantom, but Section 1 will get that pick. All down the Gadex. Could see a 5-2 map as Section 1 pushes around the helicopter. Gadex is not covering the objective. Section 1 is tapping out, but Gadex peaks at the right time to get the pick. It's all down to Phantom with 1 second left. Oh. And with that, Gladiators will win by the timeout and the extra pick. Gonna make things 3-3. We are off to a round 7 decider. So far, things have been cooking up pretty good. And our final round, the 7th round, the final objective, gonna be in the tunnel. Last round's gonna be a little bit of CQB action, which is what we all love to see. This is only map 1, folks. We still got 2 more maps to go of this. Let's see here. I know I don't have the abilities right now to get the map predictions, but let me know what you think. Who do you think is going to win this round and win this map? Yeah, start typing in the chat there, folks. As we get the West quick spawn for the Gladiators. But of course, as we see with these both these teams, having the quick spawn does not necessarily mean it's going to be a quick round.
A destra.
Sì. Occhio, mirate.
Li sento. Hoshi.
Looks like the spawn has been identified as Gadex will trade with Phantom Operator. Phantom still be able to get revived. In comes Sigmar with a nice flash against both Bobby and Petrol. But Sigmar managed to avoid the M203 and get the revive out. With Phantom getting the pick onto Bobby. Making things a 5v3.
Echo 3.
Looks like throughout the chaos, Ipino has managed to sneak past them. And Ipino will get that refrag onto a Phantom Operator. Section 1 now covering that angle along with Sigmire. Good rotation by Ipino, avoiding the gunshots, forcing the defense to make their rotations. Like Ipino and DeMarco are going to be in the warehouse, making possibly a north rotation. As Petrolman does get tagged by Section 1. Not get killed though. As they will trade with Sigmire. Gonna make things a 2v3 in favor of Imperial. And another trade come from Stamp and Ipino. Ipino can be revived. C4 goes off, but the crate does protect Ipino. But the bullets from Section 1 will not protect him. As he goes down and stays down. Flashman comes out. Will not find Monkey or Section 1. It is a 1v2. 3:35 left on the clock. This could be the quickest round we've had yet so far on this map. Marco using all the utility he can possibly get his hands on. Greg comes out, not cooked. Will not find Mikey. Gonna have to make a rotation somewhere. He can rotate out of this tunnel and attack somewhere else. That'd be the best thing to do. Now it's just a waiting game. As Section 1 will get the pick onto Marco as he peeks. And Imperial will win map 1, 4-3. Gladiators map pick. Well, I think that is a sign of things to come. I'm gonna say it out loud now. I expect the next two maps to be 4-3s all the way through. Round 7's the next two maps. And it looks like map number 2, Imperial's map pick, is going to be Quarantine. So we're sticking with the range, not so much of the close quarters stuff. I mean, there is a little bit in within Q1 Quarantine, but not a whole lot. It's mainly just the medium to somewhat long range engagements. I do apologize for any moments of silence from me. Still trying to work off this hangover. But that's not gonna stop me. Nor should it stop anyone else. Briefly looking through the chat here. Good to see you all in watching the match, getting involved in the chat. we do have a match on VRML Channel 1 featuring Nightfire and Jamie. Be sure to check that out as well. And just looking through the roster, we do have a couple of substitutes. On the Imperial side, we have Typic, one of the mods in the VRML, and we have Disrolled 99 on the Gladiators side. Now, Bobby V2 on the other hand is also a mod in the VRML, so finally get to see the clash of the EU mods. Who is superior, Bobby or Typic? My money's on Bobby. Not biased at all. Not at all. Sorry, Typic. I love you, man. Please don't mute me. Alright, here we go, folks. Round number 1. We do have the burning 2-story objective, or center 2-story sometimes,
Ottimo, dopo ne parliamo.
as back in 1.7 and beyond that, this building was indeed burning.
Ok.
Looks like we have the crater spawn
Watch the street
for
crossing.
Imperial.
There could be an aeroplane. Watch out for aeroplane.
Looks like Typic might find Bobby. We might also bump into Ipino, who is in the north warehouse. And actually, speaking of which, they will trade. Ipino, though, only down, can be revived. Sigmar duking it out with Cicero in the parking lot.
On the underground car park.
I'll have to keep tabs on that. As the rest of the team is kind of holding back a bit. As Bobby is going to find Mikey in a rotation north of Mall. And the firefight still continues between Sigmar and Cicero. Smoke does come out from Sigmar. And lasers. As Sigmar does find Cicero. Gonna make things a 3v3.5 in favor of the Gladiators. And looks like we're gonna see Marco make the revive on a Ipino, making things a 4v3. And the whole time, Gaddix has been on the rooftop of hospital. Been silent the whole time. But no one's onward timing at its best. As Stamp looks away, Gaddix makes his move. I'm surprised that Stamp did not even spot Gaddix at all. Must have been just around the corner enough to avoid being seen.
Staircase.
As Phantom does spot Gaddix from post office. But Gaddix will get the pick on the Sigmar. All down to Phantom Operator. Must he can clear out Gaddix from the hospital and get that revive in time. It's gonna be a 1v4. Got 2:35 left in the clock. Still time to make this push. Phantom does find Bobby, who was on North Roof, making a rotation back to the objective. Gaddix trying to find Phantom, does not land the shots. But Phantom does land his shots, a headshot in fact, onto Gaddix, making things a 1v2.
I'm trying to rotate down, but it's a really open cross. I got AC.
Now, when you're down and you're bleeding out, you have about 2.5 minutes before you completely bleed out. So the time should be running out shortly for Stamp. And as I say that, time ran out. Phantom is now all on his own. 1 minute, 5 seconds left in the 1v2. They already cut the deficit in half from a 1v4, so it's not out of the question for him to get the remaining 2 members of Gladiators. Phantom should be hearing the 30-second buzzer occur in his headset right shortly. But he is close enough to be making an attack. Possibly a cap. Although the defense is pretty closed in, that might not happen. That botched smoke is not going to make it where he wants to. The second smoke a little bit too far. Will he be prepared for Ipino's position? Final operator going the long way around. 3 seconds left. We'll trade with Marco. And with Ipino still being the last one alive, the Gladiators will get their first point. And looks like appears that the match that Jamie and Nightfire was casting is over. See some members from that channel swinging by. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed the match you just had before. This one's been going over pretty good actually. Already partway into map 2. Map number 1, Snow Peak, was a real banger. 7 rounds back and forth. But now let's see how Gladiators attack this. This one can be difficult to attack actually. There's a lot of open ground for the most part. The the ground floor is very open, but you can cap the corner of this wall here. But we're gonna see how things go because round number 2 is about to begin.
My head taken off from north, trying to get into this position, then you'll know.
Yeah.
Just stay disciplined.
Sì, esatto.
And it looks like we're gonna have the east spawn for Gladiators. This is slightly south of what Imperial had in the last round. This row gonna get taken down by Stamp, who is in hospital. This row's only down though, can get revived, but it can be a risky revive as Sigmar takes shots
towards north
at Ipino. Does not land the shots though. As Typix on north roof, they'll be the one that finds the contact. Sigmire on second story of center of burning, and a very south-focused defense as Mikey, taking basement, gets taken out by Cicero with the MCX. Gonna make things a 4v5 in favor of Gladiators. And as per usual, we're seeing the Gladiators taking their time, holding an angle, looking for a player to get peaky, and then after a certain period of time, they just slowly move forward to the next position and rinse and repeat. As Ipino, Bobby began to push up, we'll have to deal with Typic, holding a late angle. But getting peaky there, that slow peak, will not work in Typic's favor as Ipino will get the frag. Gonna make things a 5v3. And now the north roof is open. Gladiators will have full north control here. They'll have to contend with Stamp. As I say that, though, Cicero will get his second kill of the round, making things a 5v2. Phantom operator spotting Cicero, making the cross to ambulance, cannot land the shots. As Bobby with that M249 laying out suppressive fire will get taken out by Phantom Operator.
I'm coming, Sig.
As Gaddix is going to get the pick onto Sigmar, only down. The revive should come out right now. As Marco charges in, finds Sigmar, but Phantom will find Marco. Gaddix will get the pick onto Phantom. And with 3 members still alive, the Gladiators will get their second point. And that was good. A nice... The attack was not completely in sync, but it still worked out pretty darn good. You had attack from 2 different locations, with the third location being more of an overwatch. That was from the tank courtyard. They were sitting there waiting for these rotations to be made, and they just sit there and get the picks. They weren't too concerned about the cap. Getting the cap is nice, getting those 2 points is nice, but more often than not, you're not going to get those caps unless you have good control of the map, of the area. And you have those 3-4 seconds needed to get the cap in. Or if you're a person named Mono, it's about 17 seconds. Now, to be clear, this is indeed Imperial's map pick. But then again, we still got 5 more rounds, basically. And we do have the South White Car objective this time. This one's even more difficult to cap, as it's just nothing but open space. There really is no cover to hide behind other than the uplink itself. You want to get that cap in.
Mi dite se mi sentite? Quasi scarica, ma porca...
I'm going all the way around.
So we have the semi-spawn, the north spawn for Imperial.
I need to take 45, 6, 7.
One went southeast.
Looks like Section 1 did spot the cross. But it spotted Cicero. We see Sigmar and Phantom Operator. See this tandem playing together for the most part of this match. Doing quite a good job of it too. That's what you see Typic and Stamp to the west. Gaddix at the staircase of hospital using that narrow gap to try and find Typic. Cannot land those shots.
Let's see if he picks up.
As Section 1 does spot
floor.
Marco. Takes him out of the map. To make things a 5v4.
Kill him? Kill him.
Over at the west scaffolding. Laying down pre-fire onto center burning. Trying to confirm the kill that Phantom made. As Phantom was unsure whether or not the kill actually happened or was just a down.
Okay, I know where one is. He's all the way in the south sig, the furthest south building when you go from the south dunes. He's behind it.
Phantom is spotted out Cicero. But
He was peeking the right side.
has to be careful about Ipino, who has a nice angle. Unable to land the shot on the Phantom as they will trade. No. As Cicero does get the pick onto Sigmar. That's going to shut down the eastern approach. Along with the confirm. Three minutes left on the clock. We are at a 3v3. Section 1 still on north roof in the overwatch position.
What am I
As Gaddix from hospital does get the kill on the Stamp. All down to Phantom and Typic. At Section 1 will find Bobby.
The one behind hospital.
Now a 2v2. Start to see some rotations now from Section 1, realizing that time is running out. He will not find any more kills from his position.
Entrato.
On hospital.
And Gaddix with the drop shot will find Typic. That make things a 1v2 all down to Section 1. The most experienced player on this team. I think he's played since Season 9, I believe, but I could be wrong. Section 1's gonna have a hard time going for the cap here. He's gonna have to get the pick. But as I say that, Cicero will get that pick. And Gladiators will get their third point. They are 1 point away from taking this map and forcing a map 3 decider. Let's see here. So, it's possible that I could be wrong. We might not see a 4-3 map, but I'm not going to count Imperial out. There is still a possibility for them to claw back here. They have the Volk side on this round. This is an easy one to defend, so I have faith in Imperial. I believe they can still come back from this. Once again, that round had less than 1 minute left on the clock when the round ended. It was actually 59 seconds left, so we're gonna see another long, drawn out map for map number 3 as round number 4 begins.
Prendi sud insieme a Gattex, ragazzi, non attraversate la strada fino a quando non sappiamo dove sono.
Io vado un attimo dietro a farmi.
Ragazzi, io faccio il giro di
We do see the impact spawn for this objective. As it looks like Cicero might be taking the overwatch position on north roof. Bobby does take the impact building. Ipino and Gadex are taking Volk pit garage. And Marco DeMarco is going to be taking the southeast. I don't have an actual call up for that one. I'm sorry. Looking at the defense, pretty condensed, not as spread out as what the Gladiators had. It can still be a very effective defense, as I do hear the drone as it's hovering around looking for members of Volk. Might not spot section 1. This was made a long rotation all the way to the eastern side of the map.
Drone dead.
Stamp. Nice shots. Picking down the drone. Does give away his position, but the denial of information from the drone is more important. Gadex will find the pick on the stamp, making things a 5v4 in favor of the Gladiators. This row making a long rotation. Went from the impact building all the way across the eastern side of the map and now down south, the southeastern corner of the map. It's a long rotation to make. And it'll all be in vain as Phantom Operator does get the pick. Pino and Bobby taking over center burning as Gadex and Marco take over gas station. 3 minutes left on the clock. see what they do. Is a 4v4. Section 1's been quiet this entire time. Don't think they are aware. I don't think Gladiators are aware of Section 1's position. Sigmire at the crates. Just head peek in the crates. Wait on Gaddix. Make his peek. Fan operator will trade with Bobby, who was in center burning. Gonna make things a 3v3. Minute 45 seconds left. Time is closing in. Just as Gaddix closes in onto section 1. Marco rotating outside of the gas station as Sigmar at the crates of hospital gets the pick. It took a little bit of time, but Gaddix will shoot section 1 in the back. Gonna make things a 2v2. Gaddix and Napino against Sigmire and Typic. Even though Sigmar was peeking just with only his head, Gaddix managed to get the headshot, get the kill. It's all down to Typic. In a 1v2. Could there be a 1v1 and we do? Typic gets the kill. Now down to Gaddix. "15 seconds left the clock. Gaddix has to sprint forward. He cannot hold back. Has to keep moving. And there we go. Imperial will get their first point as Typic gets the final kill. Well done. It was a nail biter. It came down to the final 7 seconds, but Imperial now has their first point on the board for map number 2. This is the start of it. And we could see a complete comeback as our next objective is going to be the impact building objective. This one is notorious for being difficult to defend. The caps can be made outside of the building. I'll even showcase it. But the objective within the building itself, you can cap on the outside here, and it's very difficult to defend the outside cap as your only real location to defend from is north roof, which is a very exposed position. But we'll see just how the Gladiators hold it off as they try to deny Imperials a potential cap and possibly tying up 3-3. And just like that, round number 5 underway.
17, 59.
Expect one by north roof. They can come around the north.
Looks like we have the cash truck spawn for Marsoc. over by a semi, takes down Alpino, who is in North Warehouse. Bobby at North Roof. And a bit of a predicament as smokes go onto objective. Flashbang does find Phantom, but Typic does find the pick onto Bobby. Mod takes down Mod. Bobby's only down though. Can make callouts. Nade comes out from Cicero, trying to deny a potential cap. More smokes onto objective. Imperial is hungry for this cap, as Bobby does get confirmed. Section 1 gets taken out by Marco and Cicero combined. Phantom finds the Marco. Gaddix finds Phantom and Sigmeyer. It's all down to Typic and Stamp. Up against Cicero and Gaddix. If they can take down Cicero and get in within the building, they can possibly cap before Gaddix can actually make a rotation and stop and get actually within line of fire of the cap. And it looks like that's what Typic's plan is. Yeah, moving into backup Typic. As Gaddix moves into the objective to back up Cicero. 335 left. Stamp does find Cicero. It's all down to Gaddix. Typic's looking for a flank. Not gonna happen. Gaddix in the best possible spot to deny this cap as he rotates. And Stamp will get the kill. And Imperial will get their second point. They're closing in. They are coming back. Now, even though they're 1 point away from coming back, Imperial has to hold off this objective. As I said, this one is incredibly difficult to stop the cap from happening. If you're inside the building, you're basically relying on nades and flashbangs to deny any cap, or you're hoping to rotate out of the building in time to stop it. Very challenging to defend. But that does not mean it's easy to attack. There's lots of open ground that the Marsoc have to cover in order to get close to capping. And there really is no cover other than the wall itself. But we're going to find out shortly how this round goes as round number 6 begins.
Ragazzi, vieni.
Vado sempre su dentro.
Tu su, Marco centrale. Sì, Ciri, va bene. Anche te, lo puoi prendere, io vado sotto di te magari.
Ok, io ti copro da qua, dai, dietro carri.
Sì.
Looks like it's going to be a 2-1-2 split. As Phantom Operator moves to the north side of North Warehouse, looking to get a pick onto Ipino, but doubles back. Looking at the defense, fairly spread out. Section 1 way off objective. As Marco finds Phantom Operator and Gaddix finds Typic. Already, in less than a minute, it's now a 5v3, and the attackers are closing in. And Sigmar gets aggressive, tries to find Cicero, but gets killed in the process. Section 1, way off objective, begins to make his rotation back to objective, as it's only Stamp who's really defending the objective. In a 2v5. Make it a 1v5 as Gaddix does find the pick onto Section 1. Bobby is in a position to potentially cap. Sounds like Pino might take it over. He can cap right on the scaffolding. And Stamp needs to stay alive to keep his team alive and possibly win this map in the match, but needs to stop this cap from happening. Bobby using the AK-12 from a dead enemy, trying to deny the approach. Flashbang comes out, blinds Bobby, blinds him again. As Apino moves in for the cap. Apino's on second floor, trying to find the kill, but Gaddix will find the kill instead. And Gladiators will win map number 2, forcing a map 3 decider. Wow. So we didn't see a 4-3 map, okay? I was wrong, but I wasn't too far off now, was I? 4-2, very well played, close in map. And it looks like map number 3. We're going to close quarters, folks. We're going tanker. We're gonna find one of the tightest maps and the darkest maps in the map pool post bans. And this should be interesting. We've seen a lot of long range engagements. We've seen quite a few close range engagements. Both sides coming out on top in their own respective rounds of those situations. We'll see who comes out on top of this. Now let's see here. Like I said, I unfortunately am unable to do map predictions, but it's not going to stop you guys from doing so. Why don't you type it into the chat there? Who do you think is going to win this map and in turn this match? And what do you think the score is going to be? I'm thinking it's going to be another 4-3. But we will not have to wait long to see how round 1 will turn out as it begins right now. And we do have the superstructure objective. we're gonna have 3 going below deck, 2 on top of deck. And once again, a very condensed defense. Lots of small rooms here for players to bob in and out of. Windows are bulletproof. And they do come into the defensive advantage.
I can hear him right side. They're either coming right side underneath or they're in just.
4, attenzione, mi raccomando, non l'ho ancora trovato io. Ok, piano di sopra, sud e Trinita.
Minus
Big
one, I
Meyer.
can pull.
Hide behind the water tanks. Does find Cicero. Those water tanks are not bulletproof. It's purely concealment, not cover. Yes, Pino looks like to be making the same peek and gets taken down by Cicero as well.
Sono a terra, sono a terra.
Can't seem to confirm the kill though, as Bobby he gets tagged trying to get the revive.
No, sono dietro una cassa, tranquillo.
Allora, dunque, lui sta ancora lì, capito? Tra la cassa e...
Action comes out as Marco charges in, gets taken out by Phantom. As Bobby does find that revive. Now a 3v5. Imperial doing a great job of denying the entry. Folks do come in.
Siamo solo io e te. Cazzo, siamo solo io e te.
That's Gaddix. It's just crouching along, slowly moving in.
You've got back, right?
Looking to pick them out from behind.
Ce n'è uno alla finestra di fronte a me a sinistra.
No one can get through. No one can get through. We've got all sides covered.
It looks like Pino will trade with Sigmar. Sigmar only down. Should see a revive. As Section 1 does find Bobby. All down to Gaddix.
Ubik, I got your door to pick. He's okay, come back.
3 minutes left on the clock.
I'm just worried about
Lots of time to be sneaking away along here.
Mikey's got it. They can't enter from anywhere. Keep holding like this, boys. Echo 2 or Echo 1. I'm not sure.
Not sure about the kill count, but pretty close. They should figure it should be a 1 person left, as it'll be pretty quiet for some time now. Number 3. We're going to close quarters, folks. We're going tanker. Just under 2 minutes left. Still slowly making his way across. Mikey gonna be the first one to find contact. Using the window as cover and a way of spotting the rear approach. We'll probably rely on teammates or flashbangs to get the kill. 1:25 left on the clock. Time is running out. The pace can still work for Gaddix. You're gonna be making footsteps soon. I think you should begin this. Here comes footsteps, and with the C4 behind the barrels, Mikey will get the final kill, and Imperial will win the first round. It was a pretty interesting defense they had there. They had 2 in the wings of the sides, 1 at the rear, and 2 actually inside the non-indoor cap. And it was really the wings that did all the work, getting the kills. The guys indoors, they were more of the they were the eyes and ears. They directed the guys in the wings, the guns, where the enemy's going to be. And they're basically coordinating the whole defense. Great teamwork by Imperial there to hold off Gladiators' attack. But we're going to see shortly how Gladiators are going to defend it. Will they defend the same way? Will they change things up? And it looks like we're not going to wait very long to see how they defend it. Round 2 starts now.
Basta la C4.
Era messa probabilmente ai piedi, sì, per C4.
Looks like going 1 underground, 4 on deck. Slightly different than what Gladiators had. Defense, slightly different. Only 1 person outside, the remainder inside. Nade overcooked, will not get anybody. So far, everyone holding a position, looking for someone to get peeky. Typically, if you're defending this objective, you're not going to get too aggressive, as you have the real advantage as you're forcing the attackers to get into small doorways, basically fatal funnels. As long as you can keep them outside of the superstructure, you're guaranteed a victory.
Think we're ready, no?
Are we all ready, boys? Say no if you're not. Okay, start smoking it up. We'll do it now.
There's command. Here comes the attack. Out come the smokes. We're seeing some pressure coming in from the attacker shortly. Gunfire from Marco through the smoke. Does not land as Section 1 trades with Ipino. Both are now dead. The attack comes in. Not Mikey. He's going to be making the push from the back, but gets taken out by Bobby as he tries to throw smoke. C4 goes off. Does not find anybody. Gaddix does find Phantom Operator. It's now a 4v2. Sigmar pushing to the right side, looking to get the cap. Jumps into the bulletproof glass. Does not work as they trade. It's now down to Typic. As he pushes in, double does find Bobby. As Bobby does get Cicero in the TK. It's now a 1v2. 3:30 left on the clock. As things begin to slow down.
Hello.
.45 left on the clock. Not much has changed other than the death of Cicero by Typic. Typic did have to use a syringe there. It's now a 1v1, all down to Gaddix. And Typic with the 1v4 clutch will give Imperial their second point. I guess it'd be considered a 1v3 clutch because Cicero did TK. But doesn't matter. That's the end of the 2 rounds for that objective. Our next objective is actually the very center of deck. This one can get spicy. With enough smokes, you can get in there and cap. Actually, cap at the edge of this container. About, I believe you can cap about here as well. But more notably, right here. Now, this tank is not bulletproof, so it should be pre-fired upon frequently and often. But those are the primary capping points for this objective. Smoke and flashbangs are often needed, along with a whole bunch of pre-fire. Taking a look at the KDR. Got 1 and 2 for both Gadex and Marco and Ipino. -1 and 2 for Cicero. 1 and 3 and 1 for Bobby VR, but a 1 and 1 for Phantom Operator. 3 and 1 for Sigmar. 3 0 and 1 for Typic. 2 and 1 for Section 1. And 1 and 1 for Nope, Not Mikey. And just like that, round number 3 is underway.
Good job, Typic.
Until like, I don't know, 40 seconds passes, I'll watch the front.
Sì.
Out come the smokes.
I'm smoked.
They're hungry for the cap. They want to tie this map up right now. C4 goes off. Will not find anybody. A little bit of free fire. Gadex. So Phantom Operator does find Cicero and Bobby. Gadex finds Operator. Marco does find Sigmire. Trades with Section 1. Ipino is tablet out. Confirms Phantom Operator. Mikey finds Gadex and Ipino, and just like that, Imperial have gotten their 3rd point. They are 1 point away from winning this map and winning this match. I did say that we should expect to see a little bit of aggression from these teams to shake things up. We did see it there. Unfortunately, it did not pan out. Just a well orchestrated defense. Each player holding their own, whether it be a full kill or double kill or trade. They managed to do their part. But let's see here. Imperial now on the attack. They have the potential in this map to score a 5-0, which is the best you can hope for in the VRML. And we're gonna find out shortly as round number 4 begins.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, Typic, you can quit stream sniping now. There you go.
Ma perché scusa?
No, non
c'è un problema.
Per favore. L'ha detto anche a voce, posso registrarla, se la faccio passare.
Certo, con i giapponesi che uno deve rendersi così.
Once again, another meta defense coming from Gladiators, similar to what Imperial had. Flash and spokes coming out. We're gonna see another fast push as Phantom Operator M203 smoke comes out, looking to go for the gap as Bobby pre-fires the tank, kills Phantom Operator. Ipito finds, nope, not Mikey, as long as Bobby smokes and coming up more. Bobby finds Sigmire. It's all down to Section 1 and Typic in the 2v5. 5:18 left on the clock. A whole boatload of smoke, literally. As Section 1 pushes in, looking to get the tablet out, memorizing the code. As Typic does find the pick onto Bobby VR. That Section 1 does find Cicero. Now a 2v3. As all the smoke clears.
Uno è centrale dietro quei container centrali. C'ho il C4 di qua, di fuori.
Section 1 taking the underground, going below deck. As Marco finds the pick.
Uno giù sotto.
It's all down to Typic again. Can he clutch again? 4:20 left on the clock. That is your first 4:20 of the night. As once again, things begin to slow down. As Gladiators begin to get antsy, rotating around, looking for that final player, hoping to deny the cap. After all the adrenaline starts pumping from that quick push. Typic has yet to move. Typic's hearing all these footsteps coming from Gaddix, expecting a push out, an aggressive push, hoping to get that extra pick, make things a 1v2, but it's not gonna happen. Gaddix and Marco are in great spots. They can between the two of them deny the cap. Meanwhile, Pino taking up the rear, making sure Gaddix and Marco do not get flanked. All this time, Typic's waiting for a flanker. It's not gonna happen. And all this time could have been spent making the rotations, getting picks, basically shoot and scoot. Try and force them to rotate, to force them out of their hidey holes to get the kills. As opposed to just waiting for them to come to him.
Gattez, guarda l'angolo mio che non lo vedo, no?
Minute, 10 seconds left. Still no change. I guess some change. Typic did move 5 feet, so there was some change. 35 seconds left. Gonna have to be a move at some point. Here we go.
Sta qua. Sta qua.
And with that, Gaddox will get the final kill. And Gladiators will begin to claw their way back as they get their first point. And it looks like our next objective is going to be on the east end of the ship. Another close range, multiple capping point objective. And once again, we can see some fast, smoked flashbang pushes. You know, this whole time too, this entire time, Cicero, unfortunately, the way the game is playing out for him, has yet to get an extra kill to make it a 0. Still has that one TK looming over his head. For this objective, you can actually cap at this corner, at this corner, and I believe, yeah, inside the container and just on this corner here. Really the only real capping points to go from. And it looks like that was the auto start being canceled. But here we go. Round number 5, folks, begins right now.
Ripeto, attenzione che ci sparano da là, eh.
Esatto, non allineatevi con la porta, andate attraversate subito. Fatto. Attraversate subito.
Once again, early smokes and flashbangs coming out.
Potrebbero lasciare, il mio punto è questo. Qua dietro ce n'è uno.
Sigmar and Typic on the forward defenders. A nice crossfire, but Typic down by a nade. Wow. As Sigmar finds Bobby and Gaddox. Gaddox does find the trade with Sigmar. Gonna make things a 3v3, no, 3v4, sorry, as Section 1 does find the revive onto Typic. Flashbang comes out by Mikey. Mikey thinking that Marco's on deck, but it's actually below deck. And begins to make a forward push, hoping to have the same success as what Sigmar had. Now, the pallets and water tank are not bulletproof. You can just shoot right through it and get the kill. But no one has a visual up until now, as Mikey does find Apino. Gonna make things a 4v2, I'll make that a 4v1, as Phantom Operator does find Marco, Cicero does find Mikey. In a 1v3 now. Typic does spot Cicero. But Typic will eventually get the kill. And Imperial, on a 4-1 map, wins map number 3 and will win our match. Well done. GG's to both teams. Well played. Fantastic. Well, at least Cicero can say he did get a kill. That was not TK on this map. But that's it. A big thank you to both our teams here for playing their hearts out, doing a great job on our match. A big thank you to our sponsors for their support, and Downpour Interactive for creating our overlay so we can cast these matches, and thank you to the viewers. But that's it, folks. My name is Nomad. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one.